What is up, guys? Happy May the 4th. Happy Star Wars Day to everybody in the galaxy out there. Welcome to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast. For this episode, we are discussing Star Wars Visions Volume 2. If you haven't checked out our Volume 1 review, it's out now on our Season 1. But yeah, Akram, tell me what you thought of this series.
Well, I thought it was absolutely stunning. I want to just say thank you. It's really weird for me to say, but thank you to all the studios who dedicated so much time and put so much heart and soul into these episodes. They were just beautiful. Also, the music, the sound design was amazing. Each episode, I think, really did super well in my book. But yeah, let's get your thoughts.
Yeah, it really all came together nicely, and it was kind of a departure from Volume 1. I think Volume 1 was more Japanese anime inspired. This one felt like kind of like multinational or multicultural in a way. So I really appreciated each episode for, pushing their own, identity. And, kudos to these projects, because I feel like they kind of give homage to like these smaller studios, right? It's kind of like Summer Game Fest, where like Jeff Keighley gives like a voice to like these smaller creators. So I thought that was awesome. I do wish though that maybe that perhaps in the future we could see like something from Pixar. It just makes sense because it's like they're Disney affiliated, so why not have something from Pixar? I don't know.
That's a good ass idea. Yeah, I mean, you never know. I think that'll be cool, like a full feature length film or something like that. But for the most part, though, these episodes they varied a lot. You had 2D, you had very like anime style, claymation, stop motion, and you have something that looks like Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that was super cool. That was the first episode. A star-studded cast as well. The voice acting was phenomenal here. I think there is a narrative thread it's more theme-based that is in each episode. I think it's beautiful. It's about kinship and family, and also listening to advice and sometimes not listening to advice. It kind of more so seems like straying away from the beaten path, but sometimes it leads you to trouble, but you have to take the risk in order to prevail. So I got that. Sometimes it was a little bit inconsistent, but if you took each episode and you broke it down into little segments, I think you could find similarities. And I think maybe that's a little bit of my problem, because there were a lot of characters that did seem a little bit annoying at first because they just didn't listen. Yeah. But, it's okay because you have the finale for each episode. And I think things were left on a good note for the most part. So, yeah.
Yeah, and pacing-wise, I thought it was pretty, digestible. These run for about like 20 minutes, so they're really fast paced.
Sure.
So you get through them pretty easily. But I love that, it's like it's in a way that's kind of consistent, right? And I think there's like how many episodes? Like 6 episodes or something. Nine episodes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could breeze through this really quickly, and it's still entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think also the identity from the studios are placed within the DNA of the episodes, and that was really cool. You're a big animation guy. Why don't you give us a little bit of your thoughts on the actual studios behind these episodes?
Well, it's funny because Volume 1 was mainly anime studios. This one, it's a little bit in unfamiliar territory, but it's cool to see kind of like the influences of some of these studios. Like we said, like some of them have like this kind of like Into the Spider-Verse, or what was that one show we reviewed, Intergalactic? It was kind of like that painterly style.
Right.
I thought that was cool. And yeah, 2D and claymation, I'm glad to see that it's still alive and relevant in this day and age. Because I feel like nowadays like CGI and 3D modeling is kind of like the big trend now that I see with a lot of big studios. So I'm glad that 2D and stop motion and claymation are still prevalent, in a lot of these projects.
Yeah, absolutely. Great points. Well, my friend, what would you rate this season?
It's hard to compare because it felt kind of different from Volume 1, but still had kind of like the same concept in a way. And I think it just came together really nicely. And I think it still retains that kind of bridge between like animation lovers and Star Wars lovers. So there's like a good marriage of that. So for my rating, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. How about you?
Yeah, I will also give it a 9 out of 10. I think the ideas, the concepts themselves were really grand, but they captured the essence of humanity in 17 minutes. And I think that's really hard to pull off. And the only way you can pull that off is if you have a talented cast and crew and studio, which this does have. So yes, I would give it a 9 out of 10. And that is our review for Star Wars Visions Volume 2, now streaming on Disney+. Guys, if you like this video, please remember to like this video. Dylan, I know this is your revenge story because Volume 1 we had mad technical problems, so why don't you take us away and also gloat a little bit?
Well, if you guys are brave enough, check our Volume 1 review. The audio was a little shaky, but yeah, this is my redemption arc. But yeah, guys, we have so much Star Wars content out today for Star Wars Day. Check out our Star Wars Revisited, where we went over each of the Star Wars Saga trilogies. For the younger kids and the parents, we have Young Jedis. We did a review for that as well. So we have so much content for today and so much content for the month already. So check out our playlist. Any support you can give us, like, subscribe, helps the channel a lot. Check us out on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, as well as YouTube. And check out our updates on Instagram as well. But yeah, may the Force be with you guys. And until then, thanks for having lunch with us.
May the Force be with you guys. See you.